Today we are opening Octopus, the first solo exhibition in Italy by the artist is Ilona Szalay, who has been selected as one of the winners of second edition of the Premio Ora curated by Carolina Lino. Hi Ilona.
Hello.
Hello. And yes, I don't want to reveal too much of your private life, but I know you were born in Lebanon, precisely in Beirut, just at the beginning of the Civil War. Does the tormented history of your native country have any effect on your works?
I don't know is the answer. I left Lebanon when I was a baby, so it's not really my native country. I was taken away from there when I was very tiny, a few weeks old. But it's an interesting question about whether one's formative experiences affect one's work. I think probably they do, essentially. Whether or not that connects with Beirut, it definitely connects with my history generally.
There is something, okay. The title of the show is Octopus. Why did you choose such a peculiar animal as a symbol to represent your new works?
Well, the octopus is a strange animal, certainly, very strange, almost an alien. I see it as something from another world. It's an animal, but it also has great intelligence. Its strangeness and strength make it interesting. It also has a vulnerability. When it's not in its ambient, out of water, it becomes a sort of abject, lumpy object, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Whereas in its ambient, in water, it's so strong, so able to move, so able to aggressive attack.
I see. And your works communicate, at least to me, a deep sense of poetry. So, you're welcome. So, I would like to understand this condition, this your feelings and your inner emotion are connected with your paintings.
Yes, I think so, definitely. I think most artists have a very close connection between their work and their interior life. In my case, I don't like to use autobiographical material too directly because I don't want necessarily to expose my own life in such a direct way. But I think it feeds the work in a way which is very natural, inevitable even. So yeah, there is a reflection between my interior state and the work that I produce in that moment.
Clear. And your works are in oil on glass.
Yes.
When and how did you discover such a way of painting? And how long have you been using this material and surface? And can you also tell us something about your unusual technique you're calling stop motion?
Okay. Well, I haven't been painting on glass for very long. It's been about a year and a half since I started making the first works on glass. And I started almost by accident. I found some glass and I wanted to see what would happen if I applied paint to the surface of the glass. Been interested in working with resin. I like the idea of working on something that's transparent, so you can actually see through it. And I'd used tracing paper before in the same sort of technique, but glass has a brittleness, a hardness, a durability that I really like. It will endure, and it holds the marks very well, I think. Stop motion animation. Okay, so that's when you make an image and then you rub it out and you make another image on top and you film the process, so you get the illusion of a moving painting, a moving picture.
Okay. And in all your paintings, the human being is still present as a protagonist of a story, of a mysterious story, which nobody knows the content. It seems to be like an obsession. Is that true?
Well, yeah, I mean, I think the pictures are about being human, with everything that that means, and the ambiguity, I think, that you're referring to is important, because I want the viewer to play an active part. I want the viewing to be an active process. The viewer brings with him or her his own or her own perceptions to the work, and in that way sort of completes the work with their own ideas of what's happening. That's what makes it interesting. If the work was too prescriptive, too closed, it would be a dead end.
Yes, I understand. Good. And what about the erotic series you are showing in this exhibition? Because they are certainly very explicit. Sex is shown and unveiled. Although there is nothing rude, nothing obscene in them. And it seems to be quite more a natural attitude, a spontaneous condition of the human being, and more than the same old provocation. Do you agree?
Yes, I do. I think that's right, and that's my intention, so I do agree very much. And the sexual aspect of the work is, again, it's about a very important part of being human, having a body as well as a mind. And it ties in as well with some of my interest with power relationships and control, obviously, in ways which I think speak for themselves. But yeah, no, I'm not interested in a sort of voyeuristic slant on an erotic image. That's not what I'm trying to do.
Very, very, very good. Okay, Ilona, I thank you very much.
Thank you.
Let's open the show.
Okay, thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.